Self-awareness 365, day 20. This is another tough one. So the question for day 20 is, am I living my life on repeat? Am I living the same day over and over again, doing the same thing? So am I doing the same things over and over, expecting something different? Am I doing nothing, expecting life to magically be better? Am I living my life on repeat? Am I doing the same things over and over again, expecting something different? Am I doing nothing, expecting life to magically change? And so I am a goal girl, and I love to write down goals. But the question becomes for me is, am I doing anything to reach those goals? Am I making steps? Am I making progress? Do I have a list of things that I need to be doing to reach my goal? Do I have a plan? Am I working every single day towards my goal? Or do I just have a goal? Do I just have a written goal with a deadline and nothing else under it? So this is a question that has become something that is super important to me, because we can have these fantasies, we can live in disillusionment, we can think that because we have this pretty goal, this big goal with a deadline, that we've done something. But it's really about the action that we take to reach the goal. It's about not just wanting but doing. It's about taking the steps to get to where you want to be. And really it takes, some honesty and a hard talk with ourselves about, what am I doing? Like, what am I really doing? Am I really doing the things that I'm afraid of? Am I really doing the things that I'm uncomfortable with? Am I really doing the things that have to happen for me to reach my goal? Like, am I taking the steps? And so oftentimes we are not taking the steps. We have a goal. Maybe it's not clear, maybe it is, but we have a goal, but we're not taking the steps. We're not doing the thing. And so for me, I have started to write down every single day, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. These are my steps. These are things that I need to be doing. These are the things the action items that I broke down as small as I could so that I can make progress every single day. And then that's on one side of the page. And then the other side of the page is, what did I actually do? And so it's easy to get caught up in scrolling social media, watching TV, being bored, being frustrated, complaining, right? Blaming other people. But it is another thing to look at that list of things that I need to do. These are just baby steps that I need to take. 3 to 5 things that I need to do for sure. And then actually doing them. And so this is a question that you have to ask yourself, and you have to be honest with yourself about, are you doing the things that you need to be doing every single day? Or are you expecting yourself to magically get to your goal without any work, which is ludicrous, right? So we have to ask ourselves, if we have this goal, whatever it is, to lose weight, make more money, to build better relationships, whatever it is for you, to grow closer to God, to eat healthier, to drink more water, whatever it is. If you have a career goal, you want to learn a skill, whatever it is for you, you have to ask yourself, if this is my goal, what is the plan? Like, what's the next step? What's the 3 to 5 things I'm going to do today to get me close to where I am? And do you have it in your daily plan, in your daily schedule? So if you are, if your work time is 8 to 5, like, where do you are, and you're going to work on this goal after work, like, where does it fit in? Is it 6 to 7? Is it 7 to 8? Is it 6 to 10? Like, what's the time frame? What's the time that you have wrote in on your calendar, that this is the time that you're going to work on this particular goal? And then what are the things you're going to work on? Like, from 6 to 6:30, are you going to do one thing? 6:30 to 7, you're going to do something else. 7 to 8, you're going to do something else. 9 to 10. So what's the time? Like, every single day in your schedule, what's the time? What are you doing? Like, if you're working 6 to 10 on your goal, what are you doing in each increment of that time? Is each 15 minutes, what are you doing? What's 30 minutes? What are you doing? Are you doing deep work and you're doing 3 hours straight of one big thing that you got to work on? But every single day, what's the plan? And so I've started to use a timesheet for my business so that I make sure that I'm putting in the time. And then on Saturday, when I'm looking at my week, I say, okay, I had 20 hours scheduled or 30 hours scheduled, and I only worked 2 hours. So there's a problem, right? Because you can't reach a goal if you have 30 hours worth of work or 20 hours worth of work and you only work 2 hours, right? The progress is going to be like a snail pace, which is okay if you're making progress, but you got to ask yourself, how long is it going to take you to reach your goal if you go at a snail's pace? And then, what are you really doing with your time? If we all have the same 24 hours a day, we all have the 168 hours a week, and we all have, a certain amount of free time, what are we doing with that time? Can we use half of that free time to actually work on our goals? Can we use that to, make progress? And so I think it's important that you have a calendar and that every single day you're looking at your calendar and saying, okay, every week you're saying, okay, for the next week, where am I going to put my goals? Where am I going to spend time working on my goals? And it's non-negotiable. It can't be anything else. Can't go into that time unless it's an emergency, and then you still got to make it up. So it's really about caring about where you want to go and not living your life on repeat, especially if it's not the life that you want to live. So this is a question you got to be thinking about. This is day 20. You got to ask yourself, am I living my life on repeat? And am I doing nothing expecting things to magically change? So just some food for thought today, a question that is so important because we can get stuck in a rut if we're not careful. So think about this and look at what changes you need to make.